Hey guys, welcome back to Banter Over Brunch. This is episode 110. You're with me, your favorite co-host, Simba.
Hey guys, it's Alexia Musau here. I'm sure you're wondering what the hell is happening on this episode. Where's Alice? Guys, don't worry, she's around. In fact, she's in studio. It's just that sometimes duty calls.
Yeah.
And we just gotta run
must
with
make the bread. Yeah.
Yeah, and we just said, you know what, let's start the episode. And when she joins us, she joins us. So
Yeah.
hopefully she'll join us before the end of the episode. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode as Simba introduced himself. Yes, he's our guest and he's my co-host
For today. Who knows? They might employ me afterwards.
Guys might like
I'll be on
They say,
payroll.
no, we need a male perspective. We've had your voices for too long.
What can
and
I
we
say?
need someone else.
I'll just loop in my lawyer.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Okay. Contracts and whatnot. Anyway, hi Simba.
Hi.
How are you?
It's been a long way coming.
First of all, this is the second time we're recording this episode. Not the second time. We had planned some other time.
Yeah, the first time.
And we started, but due to
Technical
the Kenyan
hitches,
it was on a large scale. Like it's not us, it's Kenya.
Promise.
Yeah. So we had to cut that episode short, but we said what? We still have to have Simba on the podcast, and he's back again. You just told guys your name. Maybe just introduce yourself, however you would like to.
Okay. Mine is very brief.
Okay.
My name is Simba, and I am a future millionaire.
Okay. I like that. Period.
That's the rest. They'll find out as we go.
Yeah, the rest is part of the process and the journey.
The
but
rest
the
is
destination
semantics.
is
Exactly.
I hope it's millionaire in
Yeah,
USD.
millionaire in the next 2-3 years, and then billionaire, and then now
Yeah,
we're
and
just
not
gonna.
Kenya shilling.
No.
Yeah, we just do USD
we don't
and
do
whatnot.
KS anymore. Nope.
I like that. Thank you for coming to the podcast. You're looking dapper.
What can I say, man? You never know. Maybe this is where the big breakthrough comes.
How are you, Lakini? How's your week been so far? I know it's still beginning of the week, but since we last saw each other, maybe.
I've been great, actually. I have been. This is, as I said the last time, this has been the happiest I've been, actually.
Yeah.
In such a long time. It's been the happiest yet the hardest I've had to be. One, because but they don't know. I've been in a place of rediscovering myself.
Yeah.
So one thing that I did was quit social media,
Yes.
and I'm still on TikTok. I mean, I need to laugh. What else do I do? I've been at a place where I wanted to discover myself, and the only reason for that is there are two things. One, I and settle down. Not because I was
Let's go
doing
there.
anything too wild.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but because I want to settle down. When people say settle down, they think of a significant other. For me, settling down is being at a place where mentally, physically, and everything is at par. You're not struggling in terms of the things that there are things that you're toxic about, but you're like, oh well, it's just part of me, and I don't want to get to that place. I want to get to the place where
You've walked through all those things.
Yeah. I like what. Sorry, I'm gonna quote the Bible a bit.
Preach.
I like Job 1:1, and it says, literally introduces Job, and it says he was a man blameless. Like, I want when somebody looks at me, I'm not perfect, but the first thought they think is, damn, I want to be like this guy. I want to be like this and even more. I don't want to be tested like Job because, God, I'm not your strongest soldier. Promise. If you put me on the test, I won't do the best. Yeah. Yeah, but I've always gone with the thing of I want to be the best.
The best version
exactly
of yourself.
of me. Not what people think. Back then, not even long ago, 2 years ago, like whatever Alexia says, I want to become what she says. Whatever my parents, my friends, my leaders, whatever, they tell me, oh, don't do this and don't do that. Don't date. And me, I want to date. And I would not date, and I'd have so much resentment
towards them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you're doing it for them. It's
Exactly.
not for you. And yet you could have decided, okay, I don't want to date because I don't want to be led into maybe sexual sin at this point.
Yes.
But it's you who has made that decision for you.
Exactly. You've just said whatever my mom was saying. And my mom one time asked me, why don't you drink? And I was just like, it's not good, and I don't want to aibisha you. And she's like, no, why don't you drink? And I'm like, oh, why don't you do drugs? She's not encouraging me to do it, but she's asking me why.
Yeah.
And it lingered in my mind, okay, why don't I do all these things? And she told me, I want you to find yourself, find your salvation, find your own beliefs, your own systems, because that's Kizungu. That will distinguish you from... French. Thank God. Oh.
French, Kiswahili.
If I drop in some cucumber there, just don't mind me.
Yeah. So we just switched to cucumber.
Yeah, so my mom was like, I want you to become a man after your own words. And she told me, the best thing about what women like, or what, not just women, what everyone likes is a man who follow up their words. I don't tell you, I'm going to take you to Paris. And then you're married. And then Paris, we only see it on vlogs. It's like you're promising people the world and you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the places I've been at. Mentally, it's been one of the hardest because I've realized I'm more toxic than I thought.
Okay. I like what you're saying anyway. From just that, what I've gathered, it's a journey of self-discovery.
Yeah.
And it's not the easiest of journeys.
It's not.
I think also realizing that there's some elements of you that are not the best, and that you may have hurt people here and there.
Yeah.
And even on our previous episode with Alice, we were just talking about like even childhood traumas, because you're also like discovering why you do certain things, why you behave in a certain way. And it's not the easiest journey. I think
It's
sometimes
really
it can be very glamorized online with wellness influencers and all that, and they make it look like, oh guys, discover yourself, but it's painful.
It's so painful
because
no
you're
one talks
shedding
about that.
everything that you thought you knew about the world, about
Yeah, and I've always had this analogy, like snakes when they shed their bodies. It's the most, like even scientists say, it's the most painful thing. Like it's like birth pains, but like 100 times. They have to go in a cave where no one can see them, and I keep on feeling like that. Like you have to seclude yourself for you to discover yourself, or else I'll be in the same cycle my whole life. And I think that's why people cheat. It's they don't want to, but they don't take time to remove themselves from the main issue, and
so now you keep on
doing the same thing all over again. Not even just cheating, like even just
patterns, cycles.
People say it's funny that every person who drinks, they're like, this is the last chance. After a bad hangy, they're like, I'm never drinking again.
But they don't do anything to figure out why I drink.
Exactly.
Or why do I drink to this extent? Is it because I don't feel confident? Is it because, and then dealing with that to avoid that result again.
Exactly. Like it's the same, and I don't want to be in a cycle. It's annoying. Imagine being 35, 40. I'm doing the same thing that I was doing when I was 21. And I see it in some people. And we're talking with one of my friends. There's one of our influencer who is a good friend who is older. And he's been doing the same thing since he was 21. Like, he's been cheating and still doing it now. And I'm just like, come on. You have 2 kids. Like, stand up. Yeah. So that's the journey I've been at. And it's not been easy. But it's been great.
And I think because you're young, we are young. And as you said, even this guy is older and bado hajafika. I think, it's I don't say it's a head start, but it's impressive that you've reached there right now. Because I know the way you say, people say, nimeacha pombe. People always say these things, I need to work on me, and never actually get the courage to make that decision. Because I know for you, it's a sacrifice.
Yeah,
you've had to sacrifice some friendships, probably, some places you're not putting yourself in anymore. So I just want to know, how has that been in terms of relationships, in terms of friendships?
That was funny because I want to segue into that. So it's all started on a random Wednesday. I'm at home. It's 11:30. My friend calls me and is like, "Hi Simba." And normally this is a friend of mine where it's like, I have tea. So I'm waiting to hear it's a Wednesday. Come on, we need some tea. And the guy goes like, I've really been thinking about this. And he says, I really think you need to change. The guy that I met and the guy who you are right now is not the same. So now I'm puzzled. I'm thinking, okay, where is he going with this? And he says, you're okay, you're not bad, but I think you can be better. And so I'm there thinking, wow, okay, I know they're not that great, but like,
Is it that serious?
Yeah. So I tell him, no, you tell me what you think that I haven't done right. So we have a back and forth, and he tells me, no, I want you to discover, and then you're going to meet on Friday. So that was on Wednesday. No, sorry, that was on Tuesday, and you're going to meet on Friday. And I remember I didn't sleep well that night. So Wednesday, I was just like, you know what, heck, I'm calling you.
Yeah.
Let's meet and let's talk.
Yeah.
So we go there, and the first thing he tells me is, I want you to tell me where you want to go now. And I'm like, what do you mean where I want to go? And he's like, no, in the next 2-3 years. And I tell him, I want to have, a beautiful partner who's good looking, where everyone will look at me and be like, wow. How did you bag this one?
Yeah.
And then I tell him, I want to make so much money. I want to buy this type of car. I want to do 1, 2, 3 things. And he's like, that's great. But what do you want for you? And we sat there for a clean 5 minutes. I couldn't
think
of anything to say. Like
everything else was external. Then.
Yeah, it's like it was a reflection of everything that people want me to have. And as they're thinking, okay, you're right. And he told me, you know what? I just want you to write down everything, the pros and cons of the things that you have, the things what you're doing, and yada 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 yada. And when I wrote them, to be very honest, I slowly realized I'm not in the right trajectory. Not even close. I'm not the best. Yeah, ukweli, basically. Like, nimepotea tu. Like, and I need to come back. And he told me, I'm going to help you. I'm not the best. But I want us to reach the place where both of us, or as a friend group, we are at a good place.
Yeah.
And for the first time, I told myself, there are things like social media. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'd be there thinking, I want to go to Diani. Like, no, I don't want to go to Diani. But I just want people to see. This guy is living the life.
Validation.
Yeah, because there's a time last year, I went to Diani 4 times in 2 months.
Simba pia anapushingi hiyo story ya coast na Diani. Because the amount of times you go to coast, I don't know, like, you invite me.
Kumbe utaki mimi niende.
Mimi nasikia FOMO.
So, but nilienda like 4 times, and all the time I remember everyone was in my DM asking me, kama if you're on just tell us.
You're in the laundry.
Kama unafanya ile kitu.
Tuambie tu, because what do you mean 2 weeks? Because in later time I went to Diani, went to Zanzibar, I went to Diani, and then I went to Diani after another month.
So even when he tells me these things, me and Simba work in the same company, I'm like, kwani mimi? I don't know. David, is there something that Simba is carrying that sielewi? Hi guys, welcome to, I'm back. I had a meeting to attend for work, I'm sorry, but I'm happy that the conversation has been going.
So from that, I was just like, a lot of things were based on what my friendships. And I remember sitting there thinking, am I a reflection of my friends? Or are my friends a reflection of me? And so when I decided to remove certain things or certain people in my life, things changed. I just can't go into the details because there are things I can't put on the internet.
That's fine.
But there are a lot of things. Like, there are a lot of toxic traits, and me realizing, no, I need to change my life. Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to bring up the social media thing. We've sort of like brushed over it. Okay. I think quitting social media or taking a break in social media, especially in this day and age, is a huge thing.
It is.
It's a huge
because
thing.
We've been so conditioned to post daily. I know there are even people who are not content creators or anything, but are consumers in a crazy way. Like, they don't post anything, but they are always on their phones, always on social media. So I know for you to do that, that's going against the grain, and even for your brain, it's like, hold up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What happened? It's used to this dopamine. It's used to this, the name.
That's true.
So how was that for you? When did you start? How long has it been? Did you delete the apps?
So what happened was during my birthday,
which was?
January 8th.
Okay.
So I had a party, and I remember sitting there looking at all my friends, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm loved. And then I told myself, if I have a community, like, I don't need validation from any other person. I just sat there and told myself,
from strangers.
Yeah, I'm just taking a break. I deleted everything. I was an addict of Snapchat. Like, I would streak everything. everything
people.
that I eat. Everyone I'm with. Especially that. Because I had created a community of, I had converted people to eat medium rare steak on Instagram. So now everyone would tag me and be like, I've tried it and I love it.
You're feeling nice.
And it's like, look at me, influencer. They should start paying me because there's a certain restaurant that everyone used to go because of me, because of steak. And I was like,
you are just making money for other people.
Actually, they need to run me my check.
Your check.
Yeah, but it was not easy. I remember on the 8th, which was on Sunday, I was reposting everyone, happy birthday. Yeah, come on, let's go. Another
one.
We are going to post.
It's true.
Full circle. I can see, I'm blind.
It's so true. Like, even me to this day, I normally feel like, now by the way, you are going to post.
Me, I'm going to be petty.
I'm over it.
Me,
as long as you call me or text me.
Me, because I attack when you text. Nikasema, anyways.
Yeah, that's
Kuna personal. Ulimwambia?
Sijamshow. Because alinisalimia nikajifanya, hi.
Ama mtu akupost
By the birthdays are normally so emotional.
And then wanasoma stories zako, like they're checking your stories.
Yeah.
So even me, sometimes there are people I don't know their birthdays and like they're just internet friends or something. So I won't go to the extent of posting you. But once I see you start posting your happy birthday, I just feel the need to say happy birthday.
Exactly. The most courteous thing nikwambia tu mtu HBD. Ni sawa, I'll take it.
Okay, I was called out the other day by my friend, a very close friend of mine, that like 2 months or a month after her birthday, and I completely forgot that it was her birthday at that day. Or maybe I saw and then I got distracted.
You're going to send,
and then she just told me, Alice, you didn't wish me happy birthday on my birthday. And I caught feelings because I know we don't talk every day, but that's, it felt something. And I felt so bad, and I felt like I've lost. Sometimes I feel so bad that I've lost touch sometimes with my friends. Like, how can someone who's as significant as she is in my life, how can I not have wished her happy birthday?
And
set systems. Put them right now on your calendar. You
me
know.
have all my friends. Hata yako ndio. Niko na birthday ya kila mtu. Niko na birthday ya kila mtu on my like, and I put it a month before and a week before and a day before.
Or reminder.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like it even like ndo nisisao.
Adulting is being your calendar being your best friend.
Honestly,
for real.
people don't. I was telling, like, just before I came, I'm meeting up with my friend on Monday, and I told her, Kama is not on my calendar. It's never gonna happen. Honestly, because I'll stay at home and then I'll remember 9 p.m. I'm like, has to meet Nani. Anyway, I wanted to piggyback on something that you said, which I've forgotten. Wanted to talk about
social media.
Yeah.
No, friendships. Which is
Yeah.
gone with the wind.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
That train has left.
And I said, ma'am. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to say like, I've realized when I quit social media, I knew my real friends.
Yeah.
Like, you know the people that you'd see every day, like, only Alexia ako sawa. Then I realized, jamaa check up on me, and it's tuko May. It's May.
Yeah.
Hajaniona social media, hajakaa fikirie, kwani is he dead?
Yeah.
And that's when I knew you.
Yeah.
It's true.
So now to segue. I segura.
It's a good.
No,
I categorized.
We know so many languages on this podcast. So
that's Japanese actually.
Yeah.
I know.
Japanese of food. Yeah. So I categorized my friendships into
very important.
Close friends, very close friends, friends, and acquaintances.
Yeah.
So there are people who were just acquaintances. I know you, you know me, but you don't know anything about. That's the best you know. Friends. Tumekutana a couple of times somewhere. Close friends. At least you know, you have
Kiundani.
yeah, you know, 15 talking stages. You don't know by who, you just know there's something
going on.
You know my small wins, and then very close friends now, you know a bit. And then now kuna ile close friend. Very close friends.
Kama hizi ujazi label vizuri, but we get it.
No, si nimesema
kuna close. I'm saying the labels is giving them kuna close friends, kuna very close friends, but alafu kuna close friends.
No, sasa nimesema
like, maybe kuna
Alice hajasikia.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Very close
I just
friends.
feel like there's better ways to categorize
Close
them.
Yeah.
friends.
Very close friends, friends na acquaintances.
Okay.
I think I can also.
Yeah.
I've already pictured people in those categories.
Yeah.
It's like that's how we place, because I stole one of your friends and she's my really good friend.
I figured out.
Yeah.
She's a close friend.
Very close friend.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah. When him still, we clicked like this.
You've
and I
also
said,
stolen a friend of mine, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Simba
In
is
fact,
the
not
business
just
of
a friend.
stealing our friends.
No,
also stolen someone else.
that's it. We're sharing friends. Yeah, I'll make them
Can we
better.
talk about sharing of friends?
Do you guys feel some type of way if people steal your friends?
Alice.
I do.
Me, I don't.
Me, if I introduce you to, then you start hanging out around without me. I feel a little.
That's G out of town.
Yeah. I'm like, and Mamjani call.
Anyway.
Who got to a bridge to our success?
Nah, that's funny. That's some funny business. Okay, not actually. Even the situation I'm thinking about. Anyway, that person wasn't my friend. I think it was an acquaintance. I'd say an acquaintance. But, so I introduced someone to them and then now they've become friends. And me and Miracha, acquaintance.
Million as a new money, I introduce you. It's like I introduce Gidi to you and then you start dating. You're not a Newma.
Why? When you want to date me?
Kama nilikuwa nataka kukudate na yeye amekudate.
You were to say, why were you introducing me to another man?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you
For
You're
what?
many trigger.
For friends.
You're
If I
many
say I want
trigger.
a videographer, look for a woman. So let another man here, then you stick.
Mimi nilikuwa na kuintroduce na kwenda to take photos. Why you like
If maisha lazima kwa chonjo, there's no introducing of just introducing. Utaachwa kwa mata. And you can't say anything at that point because who are you?
also calling yourself out saying if you introduce them, there's a possibility they'll be friends better than you.
But now I can't just hug people.
Honestly, me, I feel some type of way, but I don't, not in a way that I would prevent it. I'm still just like, I love seeing them thrive or their relationship is going better than
But it's
I
mature.
expected it to do.
For me, I stopped shunning these feelings of envy or just that feeling. I'm just like, cool, sit with it, and then move on. At the end of the day.
It's not that it's normal. People are envious. It's okay. Sometimes you look at your friend like, guy, but it's not to a point where you dismiss how happy you are.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because you're happy for them, but you all, of course, it impacts you as a person. Like, when is it gonna be my turn? Or something? And it's okay. There are normal things. People normally feel like, you can't feel bad that. But sometimes you do, and it's for a season, and you move on because this is a blessing for your friend, and you remind yourself that it's their time.
Bora mnite wedding.
And
You never catch.
Awakuiti wedding na umeintroduce.
Because
Me, I need
of engagement.
for speech.
No, that's bad manners. Of course, honestly, unless now you've completely fallen apart and the friendship doesn't work out. But we are still friendly. Namjan invite.
No, nakam.
That's
Nakam.
Yeah,
a
because
speech.
it was
If I
not
was
for
the
me.
matchmaker,
This was not.
if I was the matchmaker and I don't get a speech,
I am coming. I shall be there
shall be
no
there.
matter what.
period.
So,
Out
but
of
maybe at that
Madi.
point you don't even want to be there.
But I wanted to say
I'm gonna be there.
I wanted to say
kwanza
two
nakaa huko
things.
mbele hivi.
Out of theme ndio wajue what's up. Do you stand out?
Period. Wanasema kitenge nava suit full black. I've come to mourn our friendship.
Dramatic match. Guys, how did we get here? We're being so petty.
Okay, yeah.
No,
sorry.
it's good. Anyway.
I was just going to say two things about the categorizing your friends and also your friends taking so much time to reach out to you. I think also me, my friend, tangu January, I think I just want to give also a relatable story. She just went MIA, or I started noticing Simone social media. I'm not seeing her with the friends that I usually do. Something must be off. And I even sent my neighbor, can you check up? Because I think that day I told my neighbor, we need to go check up on her because she's my neighbor. Why? She's my neighbor. She's not even contacting me. I'm calling. She's not responding. I'll go check that house, like what's happening. But you know, it took me until quite a bit of time before I noticed, or I really took it seriously to say that, okay, yeah, what the fuck is happening? Why are you not in contact? So in regards to that, I wanted to say that even if maybe you take a social media haters without telling someone, and maybe they take a bit of time to reach back out to you, or you say, now I know my friends, I feel like sometimes the way life is happening to you is the way life is happening to someone else.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
So life pia inampeleka maybe is also wondering why have you not checked up, and maybe you're the one who's disappeared sour. But sometimes I feel like life was happening, and before I'm not excusing myself for example, not saying happy birthday to my friend, but I feel like something must have taken my attention and distracted me. And of course, I'm calling myself out on it. But also, like, if they're really truly your friend, giving that grace or calling them out and saying, you didn't check up on me and I didn't like that behavior, it's almost feel like you didn't care about me. But not canceling them completely, saying, this is my friend, this is not my friend, because this has happened and you didn't. But of course, there's definitely room for you to feel exactly that feeling. I'm not invalidating that feeling. So I feel like life happens. But 100% true. I feel some type of way when people catch feelings about having set an expectation for the friendship that you thought this was. An expectation you set for yourself, but this person has never given you that kind of friendship.
Not speaking out.
Not speaking out. So I think it's okay to categorize your friends, and it's okay for this person to be your acquaintance. It's okay for them not to be a close friend. It's okay for them not to be. But maybe you, in your mind, you fixated on them being a certain kind of friend that they are not, and they are not giving you that same energy. And so you fall out completely because cannot be my friend. But they're just putting you in the acquaintance category, or maybe they have some trauma about letting other people into their lives that you're not also considering. Like sometimes when you think about yourself, you also think about the other person and maybe how they could potentially be thinking. And people sometimes are not okay with accepting that this is the category of friendship you fall into, which you should be.
But you see, the thing about it actually is most friends, in my opinion, I've seen a lot of people put like walls. And I keep saying, like, if you put a wall, there's no way someone is going to go over the wall.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying.
And it's unfair to that person.
Exactly. Yeah. And so even if you set realistic expectation to someone, the bare minimum. Minimum is to say, I've not seen you for 3 months. Just text me. And if Katakasja reach out. You cause if you don't come to the office sometimes, if you're late, at least I call you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, me personally, I have expectations a lot. Very much expectations. Sometimes I don't speak it out, but you'll just see from the way I behave. And most times I just feel like people put a lot of walls, and there's no way I'll go the extra mile to jump the wall. And I'm not gonna do that.
Period. This is so relevant because I've been going through a similar situation with a friend. And for me, it was those ones of, I feel like I've expressed my expectations. It's not that I've left you guessing, this is the level of friendship we're at, and this is what I expect from you. So if it's like a repeated behavior of, let's say you didn't call or you didn't say happy birthday over and over again, or I'm finding out things from social media or from other people, or you're doing things that we're supposed to be doing together with other people, of course it makes you feel some type of way. So I was just like, as a concept I think we should discuss, like even in terms of friendships, I've come to see that sometimes titles don't work very well because maybe one person is more invested into the friendship than the other person is, or maybe one is more willing to be vulnerable and the other one is like, okay, my wall is a bit like, it's here, my fence is here, like I can tell you this but I won't tell you this part of this. So
I've been in the same, because of the last part where I can tell you this and there are things I can't tell you is I think that's the most hurtful part about it. Like I can tell you, by the way, I like Nani so much. But you don't think telling Simba that kind of information is the best.
Yeah.
Or I don't think I'm at your level, but to me, I've set expectation to me and Alexia besties.
It's true.
You can talk about everything and anything, and we're friends. And that's what I'm saying. I think people need to come to terms with. We agree. Sometimes I joke with my friends and I tell them, because in a friend group, if you are the 6 of us here, there's always gonna be subgroups. Like because if you met you and Alice before me, you have a bigger rapport. When we meet together,
you're naturally inclined to.
And people just need to come to terms with it. But I think navigating friendships I think everyone talks about it and there's no rule book to it. And I think people should be tukae chini tuongee. Niko wapi kwa maisha yako? Like where do you think I fit? And if I just being honest and saying it's not kobaya, but where I'm at now, I don't think we're
We are aligned.
Maybe later on, but we can build on this. It's just like a relationship, basically.
It is.
Yeah, it's like a ship. A friendship is going somewhere, and if it's not, it's a canoe. So just go in circles.
Can we break? Can we break, please? Yeah, and I think it's a reality of life. And I think even in another episode, we said we'd be heartbroken by friends, by lovers, and it happens. And sometimes it doesn't mean it's a break into the friendship. It's maybe just it's not as intense as it was. You can sort of drift apart, but still be there for each other. Yeah.
And by the way, guys do friendship check-ins. You can think that your friend is very
okay.
But your friend has sentiments about you.
Because of the parting friends where we
don't admit on your lips.
No.
There's also that category, by the way.
And that's fine. Somebody
That's
tweeted
fine.
before I left, and I was like, this is so true. Like, not every party friend is your friend. And that's insane. I was thinking about it because I thought a couple of my friends were friends until I realized I don't know their second names.
Unaitanga tu bro. Vijana.
Yeah, like
Okay, I
chief,
think I
boss.
know friends.
And and it's crazy because you're there thinking, this guy is my bestie. Because when you get there and it's just
Yeah.
you're doing your thing. It's to segue into so that we can I think people should go to therapy or to heal these things because it stems from somewhere. Especially say akijam in terms of friendship. Yes, it hurts your feeling, but I've realized for me where it comes from is I've come from a loving family. My mom is
The lucky.
my mom is
even my
hug,
mom loves.
kiss all the time. My dad won't do that, but my dad would send you a text, be like, I'm proud of you, you're doing well, and all that. And I expect that from my friend. I expect you to tell me, I expect you to tell me, Simba, you're doing well. I'm a affirmation. That's why affirmation is not big for me. But when I need it the most and you don't give it to me, I cut you off. Because
and they're like, how dare you? You're my friend. You should be knowing
you
this.
should be knowing that you affirm this. This is what I do with my friends. Mushiri and another friend of mine, we do. The first time when we met, we did 5 languages, all of us. And we knew everyone's language. And the next time when we met, we bought each other. So for me, my top love language is
Gifting.
no.
Acts of
When
service.
gift. Actually, that's a list. I don't like when people do stuff for me.
Okay, what's your love language if not acts of service? Okay, so it has.
Quality time.
Okay.
That's my top. And then physical touch. And then
Even for your friends.
Yeah. No, not for my friends.
Let's
Yeah.
No, he said physical touch is the second. So I was like, oh,
Yeah,
even
no,
for
I just want him to elaborate.
Alice, I'm not.
being touched by friends.
Yeah.
There's some people
Hugging.
who want we hold hands.
Yeah.
when we're
Okay, don't
sitting
hold hands.
together.
But
you just
Yeah.
Me?
Hug me. Because when
I
we
don't
meet,
think so.
5-minute long hugs.
Yes, correct.
That's what I
play
like.
with my hair.
Which
No,
one?
I'm saying
Oh, yeah.
I'm giving an Alice example.
Tubutole kofia.
Decorum. And then gifts, then words of affirmation, acts of service. I don't like. It's not a big thing. If you do it, I'll be okay. I'll think you're raised well.
But that's just about it.
That's.
So you guys met, discussed them.
Discuss them, did it. We said our expectations for the friendship, and we're okay.
But it's so mature to do that, And I feel like some friendships also just start. Like they just start. So before you realize it, you're already just friends.
It's true.
And you haven't set some, not ground rules, but expectations, which I think is, we do it with relationships sometimes. We do it with Nini. And a friendship is a relationship, especially if it's a very close, some people even closer. Sometimes closer to their friends than even their partners, or like the things you share with your friends. So it's a dynamic relationship, but I think that's very mature. I think I'm maturing to that place where I'm able to express myself to my friends, because sometimes you can say, which is a pride thing, umenikosea na sikushow but nimejam. You need to figure it out. When you didn't know what you did, and maybe someone is actually just
That's Alice.
like you. For example, the birthday. After the birthday ilipita, wewe ulikuwa tu bado uko
I was
sawa.
so nonchalant
You see,
about
and
it.
as you said, life is actually hectic. So you're just moving on with life, trying to figure out life, living fires, and someone maybe now your friend had.
Yeah. Ananiangalia na bado anasema, yani mtu bado ana postpone tu na birthday yangu bado hajaniambia.
Yeah, that's that system.
So I'm sorry, Tamia.
That's so you.
Oh, it's
Tamo. Yeah, so I still feel really bad about that. But yeah, friendships, they're complicated, but you need them.
Yeah, and it's very sacrificial. If you're in a friendship to just get
benefit,
it can't work. It afika point haifanyi. That's what I'm saying. If one person is pulling the weight and the other one is just, they can't. It's very sacrificial.
Yeah, it's a two-way traffic.
Yeah.
I think about it as again, as a ship, it's going somewhere. Like, and if you feel like it's not going somewhere, it's the best thing you could do is end it.
Yeah.
Because a friendship hurt more than relationships, and no one is ready for that conversation.
I think guys have started getting ready for it.
I've been ready for that.
Yeah.
For
the conversation.
My friendship heartbreaks have been really tough.
mi kuna moja mpaka leo I've never gotten over it. Na ana live good and I hate it.
Hata simoni, so I don't know akwaje.
Mi alini block so nilimfollow na.
Let's trauma bond after the episode.
Yeah, guys, of our friends. But yeah, that was a good episode. I still feel like we need a part 2.
Yeah, Simba part 2.
Because
Cindy
we just
was
touched one aspect of the conversation, and I think there's so much more. Are you going to come back for a part 2? This is like your third time, but still.
I'm down.
Okay.
Unless you're joking.
No, we're not
Yes,
we don't
yes.
joke here. We're serious people.
Period.
Period. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode. I hope you guys had an amazing time. Alice came back. We started without you, but we reassured them that mambo iko sawa sawa. Not only kuanga na fans. Some people, if they don't see you, they leave.
They're worried.
They say, Alexia, no. We like Alice. I'm sure anyway, even me, I have favorites for.
Lazima ujafam pia.
No, I'm saying for various episodes, for various podcasts, I have favorites. So when they're not there, I'm like,
it's true.
I
Bambi. I know your juice. It's true. Even me sometimes I 100% relate. Even me. Kuna watu lazima wakwe kwa episode.
Asipokuwa, let's just skip.
But I'm sure ni watu mulibamba, so.
Of course. Like, there's
Anyway, thanks for listening. We'll see you guys in the next one. And please write in the comments, Simba should come back.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Simba, for coming.
You are such an amazing guest. We'd love to have you back on this podcast.
Stop it. Why are you doing that?
So, guys. See you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.